Shalom, shalom. Israel is your brother Dar Gabar with another quick lesson. Today's lesson we gonna deal with we are the Lord's portion, dealing with the 12 tribes of Israel. Right. I want to give all praises and all glory and all honor to the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakak Vadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world, and He calls Jesus the Christ. I want to give double honors for the elders that have been paving the way, starting with Abba Bibbins on down, that sprouted four corners of the earth, teaching the Lord's ministry, and that's in different congregations, different camps, regardless the title, regardless the name. And definitely want to give double honors for the elders of Great Millstone, starting with Elder Tahar on down, that have been teaching the sincere milk, the parables, the dark sayings, and the prophecies, trying to push 100% of the Lord's doctrine to the best of their ability, right? And the young mighty men that's out here still enduring on these highways and byways doing lessons, right? And the sisters that's reverence their husband, being loving and silent, seeking to be virtuous to the best of their ability, right? And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy for the other brothers and sisters that haven't came into this truth yet. So let's just get right back. Let's just get into the lesson, Salaki. Like I said, the title, it says, we are the Lord's portion. So I'm going to read this verse 2 times. I'm going to read it in the Good News Translation, and I'm going to read it in the King James, right? Sirach, the 17th chapter, verse 17, He gave each nation its own ruler. But Israel is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's own possession. We're the Lord's possession, right? Sirach, chapter 17, verse 17 in the King James. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, He set a ruler over every people. But Israel is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's portion, right? You could probably read the whole chapter if you want to. You know, we can go a few verses ahead. We can start at 9. It says, or yeah, we could just start at 9. It say, He gave them to glory in His marvelous act forever, that they might declare His works with understanding, and the elect shall praise His holy name, right? And, you know, if you was to go throughout the scriptures, you understand that hopeful elect, the elect is the 144,000 and the 1/3, you know, that would be in and outside of America, right? And it says, beside this, He gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage, right? So the law is our heritage, right? And you can see it through scriptures, we fell away from our heritage. The law is the law of life for an heritage, right? And He made an everlasting covenant with them and showed them His judgments. Their eyes saw the majesty of His glory, and their eyes heard His glorious voice. And He said unto them, beware of all unrighteousness, and He gave every man commandment concerning his neighbor. Their ways are ever before Him, and shall not be hid from His eyes. So our ways is before the Lord back then and now. You should never feel like you should forget your past if you the Lord portion. If I can't remember 20 years, 40, 130, I don't know about my past. I have to go seek this. If I'm the Lord's portion, I need to know from the good to the bad to the good, right? Because we think we hide all the stuff that nobody else know, and we hide it from them, but the Lord, He sees it all. and shall not be hid from his eyes. Right? It says, every man from his youth is given to evil. Neither could they make to themselves fleshly hearts for stony. Yo, and it says every man from his youth is given to evil. Yo, Thanksgiving. You're given evil because now you about to start celebrating holidays. Then you're having a good old time, not knowing that this is a celebration for the massacres of your brothers and sisters, man. Halloween, Christmas, all these things. Oh, let's wear a cross. Let's wear a G, because we don't know better, because we're not seeking it. We don't have a leader. Even if it's not in your household, all these ones that want to pick up and go to church and teach the word, and they not trying to teach you your transgressions, where you started, where you come from, where you're going, how you moving. Neither could they make to themselves fleshly hearts for stony. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. You got Nebuchadnezzar, right, for the Babylonians. You got Cyrus and Darius and other people in between that ruled Persia and Medes. Then you have the Grecians, Alexander, and you have his successors. And then, falling down, Ptolemy, Cassander, freaking Antiochus, right? And then you got Rome, 12 different Caesars, emperors, right? Then it falls into America, different presidents, but you have the elites, but it's all ran by the Europeans. It's you know what I'm saying? But the last part say, but Israel is the Lord's portion. The Lord is our ruler over all. Whom his firstborn he nourisheth with discipline, and giveth him the light of his love, doeth not forsake him. Yo, and the craziest thing, the light that the Lord created in the beginning was Hamashiach Yahushua. Even the Lord gave us his begotten son. He even showed, like, come on, look how merciful, look how much he loves us. He gave us his only begotten son to die for us, right? The Lord don't want us to forsake him, right? Through the grace of his son, we can't forsake Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? We are the Lord's portion. Oh yeah, Salaki for my camera, right? So now, Deuteronomy 32, chapter 32, verse 8, 9, and 10. This is in the New Living Translation. It says, when the Most High assigned lands to the nations, when he divided up the human race, he established the boundaries of the people according to the number in his heavenly court. For the people of Israel belong to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Jacob is his special possession. Jacob is his special possession. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse. Deuteronomy the 7th chapter. We his possession, right? Right, I'm gonna start at 6, right? Right, it says, "For thou art a holy people." Holy in Hebrew is Kodash, and that means set apart people unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy power have chosen thee. And we know when you go to Deuteronomy the first chapter, you understand that Moses is speaking to Israel, right? It say that Moses was speaking to Israel. So Israel is a chosen people to be a special people, just like it just said what we were just reading. unto himself, unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, unto the Most High, above all people that are upon the face of the earth, right? And it's 18 nations on the earth, right? It says, he found them in a desert land, in an empty, hollow wasteland. He surrounded them and watched over them. He guarded them as he would guard his own eyes. Come on. And you can see what the Lord, like, you look in the book of Joshua how they walked around Jericho and the joint fell down after the seventh time. Like they didn't do nothing. Just did what the Lord required them to do. Making noise, playing the trumpet, then don't make noise, and then the last time they all shout like the Lord did. Like and that's just something, that's just that. It's many things, right? We can go to this is the Geneva, and I did this because of the commentary at the bottom, right? And this is Psalms, the 73rd chapter, verse 26. It says, "My flesh and my heart faileth, but God, the Most High, is the strength of my heart and my portion forever." So our flesh, head to toe, your heart is your mind, like what we're using right now, our deep thought mind, right? Faileth. But God is the strength of my heart. He's the strength of my mind, right? Where my heart is. My heart was thinking, right? You go to Chronicles 16 and 11. Seek the Lord in his strength. Seek his face continually. Seek him continually, right? So that's why you got to seek the Lord to even for the Lord to be the strength of your heart, right? He say, in the commentary, they say, he teaches us to deny ourselves. That's why when you go to, I think it's in Colossians, or is it, no, it's Galatians 6 and 3. When I just bring it out. And there's another verse to go with it too. What I say? I say Galatians 6 and 3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. Right? So, and the other verse, you know what I'm saying? When the Lord tell you to deny yourself. Let me see. I think it's Luke. Let me see if it's. I think it's one in Luke. Is it 9? Forgot. Let me see if it is. Yes, this is Luke chapter 9, verse 23. It says, "And he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." Right? We got to be willing to deny ourselves. Right? We can't be thinking of ourselves something when we're nothing. Right? Let alone boast ourselves in this. No, we need to deny ourselves. I am nothing without Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Nothing. Now, when you really look in the scriptures, I understand like it was predestined. But if you keep your eyes on just doing what the Lord required, this how much you're going to grow in the faith and the ministry. To have God our whole sufficiency and only contentment. That's why the one joint that I was bringing out in the Good News translation, I believe is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, where it say we shouldn't be looking at things in a human point of view, right? And I think later on we'll be bringing out a verse, something like that. This is Limitation, the 3rd chapter, the 22nd verse. It says, "It is of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's mercy that we are not consumed." It is the Most High's mercy that we are not consumed, because his compassion fails not. The compassion that the Lord has, that compassion is mercy. They are new every morning. Great is faithfulness. When we're in sin, we're not new. But if we're faithful unto the Lord, great is thy faithfulness. The Lord is faithful unto us, especially if we start seeking what the Lord wants us to do. Great is his faithfulness. He's faithful to us. The Lord is faithful to us. Right? We got to be faithful to the Lord to be new every morning. Right? But we are new, because when you see the verse above, the Lord's mercy, that we are not consumed because his compassion fail not. Every day we got a chance. We have a chance to get right with the Lord. Yahweh Shema Shai is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I will hope in him. Yahweh Shema Shai is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. You waiting on the Lord by seeking, praying on him, looking at the signs. A lot of us, we can't wait on the Lord, and guess what we do? We do our own thing. That's when you give up. When you're not waiting on the Lord, it's when you doing whatever the heck you think you can do when you can't. And you just give up. But waiting on the Lord is enduring, to the soul that seeketh him. Because if you're not doing, if you want to do whatever the hell you want to be worldly, and you actually doing what the Lord wants, you're waiting on him, and you're constantly growing in this faith, you're going to be seeking him, because your soul is going to be hungry. What is it? St. Matthew 5:6. He that hunger and thirst for righteousness shall be filled. Let's see if we get that, because I don't want to butcher it. Let's see if we can get that. Is this it? Yes. St. Matthew chapter, the 5th chapter, verse 6, it says, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Right? We got to hunger and thirst for this. And the craziest thing, it's not crazy because we understand now, we the Lord's portion. The Lord trying to feed you liberally. He trying to feed you freely. Eat it up. Drink as much as you can. Devour this pure water, this ever-living water, so your belly can spill it out. Right? They always say, you are what you eat. Blessed are they which do hunger. You are what you eat. Right? 6:21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The heart is the mind. If your mind is money, 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 that's your treasure. Women, 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 that's your treasure. It's not wrong with a man wanting women, but if that's the only thing you got to offer yourself, or whatever, or a woman that's offering her treasure is a bag, a BBL, a rich nigga, all these other things. Okay, that's your treasure. But do you think, like the Lord say in Isaiah 55, I believe 8 and 7, my thoughts are not your thoughts? How high heaven is, so is my ways and my thoughts. We got to have our hearts on things above, man. That anything above is righteous, right? You wholesome. You doing the will of the Lord. right? This is the last verse, verse 26. It says, it is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Now, some people might say, oh, then we ain't got to teach. Being quiet, like, oh, how long is it going to be? You know, like when we in the car, are we there yet? Yo, this is going to be a bumpy road while you waiting on the Lord. People think you just come and serve the Lord. It's just going to be smooth sails. Either every other day, every once a week, every month. Something's going to test you. You going to trip over something. Right? This truth is not for the high and mighty. This truth is for people that want to deny themselves. Don't you know we serving somebody that is over you? He can just wipe you away. You are nothing. We all deserve to die. Look, we're the Lord's portion. And you should be praising the Lord that you even his portion as a nation. Colossians chapter 3, verse 1 to 10. It says, I believe this is in the New Living Translation. I think if it's not, it's in the KJV. It says, since you have been raised to new life with Hamashiach, set your sight on the realities of heaven. Yeah, this is the New Living Translation. Since you have been raised to new life with Hamashiach, because in Hamashiach you become new, set your sight on the realities of heaven. Like it say, I believe in the gospel. I believe St. Matthew 6 or 16. Seek the things above, right? It says, where Hamashiach sit in the place of honor at the Most High's right hand. Think about the things of heaven, not the things of earth. I believe it's 6. What is it? Is it 19? Yep, see? That was right. 6 something. This is St. Matthew chapter 6. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Right? We got to lay up the treasure in heaven, man. And you do that by doing the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Doing things that please the Lord. Verse 3. I'm going to read verse 2 again and say, think about the things of heaven and not the things of earth. See? This is why, man. I believe it's 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world. These are the things that, man, this is why I know it's good and all for the things here. But these is distractions, just like Rome, just like Greece, just like Persians, the Medes, just like the Babylonians, just like Egypt, just like wherever the heck we've been. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you at, Jamaica right now, all of these things, you got to look at it. That's a damn delusion. You're going to have fun. But what is your main objective? Right? It says, for you die to this life, and your real life is hidden with Hamashiach in the Most High. Yahweh Shai is our Christ, man. Our real life is hidden in Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai in St. John 14 and 6, he is the way, he is the life, and he is the truth. So our real life is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, but we have to abide in the Lord. Verse 4, and when Christ, who is your life, is revealed to the whole world, you will share in all his glory. To put to death the sinful earthly things lurking within you. Have nothing to do with sexual immorality, impurity, lust, evil desires. Don't be greedy, for a greedy person is an idolater, worshiping the things of this world. Because of these sins, the anger of the Most High is coming. And that's going to be those thermal nuke missiles. It's not going to be not one flesh that's going to be able to withstand what's going to come. Now, maybe those bunkers that they making right now might withstand what's going to actually happen. But the Lord coming, you still going to get snatched if you in the bunker. I hope you can hear me. It say you used to do these things when your life was still part of this world. You used to do these things when your life was still a part of this world. This is us coming into the faith and be like, dang, I'm not of the world. I'm doing the higher holy days. I'm not about to do Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. I'm about to read my word and find out the real law, statutes, and commandments. What's this? What's 613? Okay, what got us to being where we at now? Why are we niggas, bitches, hoes, and sluts? Why are we a color? Right? It says, verse 8, but now is the time to get rid of anger. That reminds me of Romans 13:11. Yeah, Romans 13:11. It's time to wake up out of sleep. Rage, malicious behavior, slander, and dirty language. Don't lie to each other, for you have stripped off your old sinful nature and all its wicked deeds. Put on your new nature. That reminds me of Ephesians 4:22. You know, we got to be done away with the conversation of the old man. Put on the new man, right? And be renewed as you learn to know your creator and become like him. So if his thoughts is not our thoughts, niggas saying, oh, I don't need to read. How you gonna know how the Lord think? He said, your thought, not my thoughts, my ways, not your ways. We try to think if we don't read the book and we just come up with science and other things, then we gonna know how to be him. Oh, I could just lay with a woman. You know what? I can make a man lay in me and then I'll carry the baby. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta listen to read no God or nothing about God. You forgot what your God is about. You forgot that your God is gonna look just like you. He's gonna definitely have some melon on him, right? I wish I got melon on him. I'm gonna just bring out this last verse, and then we're gonna end this video. I believe it's Ephesians 4 verse 22. It says, let ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust of the world, right? The deceitful lust of your damn temple, this damn flesh, right? And your heart so damn weak. The heart is deceitful above all things. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind. We got to be renewed in this thing. But how do you be renewed? That's not just let me hold rocks. Let me say hum diddy dim dum dum. Let me freaking become atheist. Let me just get a whole bunch of money and just keep saying Jesus, Jesus, Lord, Lord. No, that's going to make somebody think about Romans 10:2. Right? You got to be renewed. When you if like Terrence Howard say, one times one is he said, I think 1 times 1 can equals 2, even though 1 times 1 only it equals 1. So I'm gonna renew my mind. He's gonna renew his mind on another way to look at mathematics. No. What I'm talking about renewing yourself is applying, like he's actually doing work to try to make something incorrect or whatever the heck he's trying to do. You use your mind to try to seek the Lord by actions, going in the scriptures, looking at history when you were in this area, when you was in that area, because all of it comes together. The maps, the areas, the locations. This name might be translated. Now, if you want to go deep with languages and learn Latin and start speaking Hebrew, speaking Greek and English, hey, that's good. Maybe the Lord might increase you in those things. But you have to renew yourself in the spirit of your mind, that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. So that's what we are destined to suppose. That's what we're supposed to be seeking: righteousness and true holiness, walking in that faith, keeping the commandments to the best of our ability. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. You feel me? So, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. You are the Lord's portion. Shalom. Kwam Yasharala.